おそらくいけるはずです。多分いけると思います。もしかしたらいけるかもしれません。We Japanese people use all these sentences to say maybe I can go. But wait, then what exactly are the differences? Let's find out. What's up, Japan enthusiasts? 皆さんこんにちは. I'm Max. Welcome back to my channel where we dive into the world of Nihongo and Japanese culture. So today we're gonna be talking about the ways to say maybe or to express uncertainty in Japanese. So using the wrong word for maybe in Japanese makes you kind of sound unnatural or too direct in your conversations in certain situations. So knowing the ways to express the uncertainty of the things that you're talking about is gonna make you understood more clearly without misunderstanding. So it's really important to, be able to tell the uncertainty or certainty. And also in Japanese culture, there are cultural aspects in the world of maybe. It's really important to know how to be indirect in Japanese conversations. So let's get into it. So before we get into the actual words for maybe or to express uncertainty, I want to talk about the Japanese culture. That's actually really important to understand why we use so many different maybes in certain different situations or different contexts. In Japanese culture, maintaining harmony, wa, is considered to be the key to communicate with people in society, in public. Being too direct or too honest is considered to be rude or even aggressive in Japan. We have a culture of honne and tatemae. Honne means your true feelings, what you actually feel and what you actually think in your head. And tatemae is what you show to the people in public. In Japanese culture, we tend to hide honne, your true feelings, inside you, and you talk with the mindset of having tatemae, which is your public face, your social face. We use tatemae to maintain the harmony, avoid conflicts. I'm not saying that tatemae is bad. Tatemae isn't always a lie. We tend to hide what we actually feel. And maybe that's why non-Japanese people think that Japanese people are really polite or shy. Maybe it's just tatemae, maybe hiding honne. Being too direct when you want to say no is not really good because you want to avoid a direct no. This is the part of the art of evasive language. So now that we understand the cultural aspects of the maybe or uncertainty or using those words, let's actually get into those words. Alright, so these are the words that I'm gonna show you today for uncertainty and some of them for certainty. Starting with the words with most uncertainty, もしかしたら or もしかすると and ひょっとしたら or ひょっとするともしかしたらもしかするとひょっとしたらひょっとすると These words have about 30 to 50% of the things actually happening. So, 30 to 50% of chance. When you use this もしかしたらもしかするとひょっとしたらひょっとすると when you use one of these words, you cannot clearly say that that's gonna happen, that's for sure, that you're sure about it. But you also wanna show them the possibility, like the probability or the chance that it could happen, it might happen. When I personally translate もしかしたらもしかするとひょっとしたらひょっとすると in English, I would say there's a chance that something happens. Or maybe that's gonna happen. Maybe it could happen. That's もしかしたら、もしかすると、ひょっとしたら、ひょっとすると。I will show you some example sentences after showing you the words that I want to show you in this video. So stick around. For the next level of certainty or uncertainty, we use this word. TABUN. 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 We have a kanji for TABUN, like this. Or we can just simply use the hiragana, TABUN, like this. And TABUN has the feeling of like 60 to 70% of a chance. So I think it's the closest to the actual English word maybe. When you want to say maybe, it's usually most likely tabun in Japanese. But like I said, how you say maybe can change how certain you are or how uncertain you are about what you're talking about. I would still suggest you to use different words to show different level of uncertainty. And going to the next one, おそらく and きっと. おそらく and きっと. In my perspective, おそらく has a little more certainty than tabun, so it's more like 70% to 80% of certainty. When you say おそらく, it's also a little more formal than tabun. But even though おそらく is more formal than tabun, I use おそらく personally in like daily life conversations with friends and family. It's not too formal, but when you are in a formal situations, instead of saying tabun, just say おそらく, even though tabun and おそらく has a little bit of difference in certainty level. I can suggest you to use おそらく in a formal situation and tabun in a more casual situations. The next one, the word kitto, and kitto has more certainty level, so 75 to 90%. So おそらく and kitto, they are kind of overlapping. Still, kitto has more certainty level. So when you say kitto, then almost like 90% sure, like 85, 90% sure. And here's the bonus section, the certainty level of more than 90%. So maybe like 90% to 99.9%. We use these words. Well, we have, of course, more words to show certainty and uncertainty, but the words that I'm showing you today in this video are the major ones. Anyways, these words are 90% or above. 間違いなく 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 or 必ず 必ず 間違いなく literally means with no mistakes. So 間違い means mistakes and なく means there isn't, there's no mistakes. 間違いなく without a doubt. That's basically 間違いなく without a doubt. So when you say without a doubt something happens, you're more than 90% sure about that, right? It could be even 100% in your mind, but in reality it might be in between 90 to like 99.9%. And 必ず is like definitely, absolutely. So 100% when you say 必ず. So when you say 必ず行きます, then you're saying I am for sure going. I am absolutely 100% going. From the lowest もしかしたら and ひょっとすると or もしかするとひょっとしたら the next level of certainty is 多分 and おそらくきっと and 間違いなく必ず those are the words to show your certainty level or uncertainty level in your Japanese language, in your Japanese conversations. There are other expressions or verbs to express the certainty level. With these certainty words, I'm gonna get into those expressions to pair with these certainty words. Alright, so starting with the most uncertain one, 何々かもしれない or 何々かも何々かもしれない or 何々かも or when you want to be more formal 何々かもしれないです何々かもしれません You want to pair this with, for example, もしかしたら or もしかすると or ひょっとしたらひょっとすると and you could also pair this with 多分多分何々かもしれないです多分何々かもしれません When you use 多分 paired with かもしれない it kind of lowers the feeling of the possibility. Pairing these expressions with these certainty words, you can customize how you want to sound to the person that you're talking to. And moving on to the next expression to pair with the words, 何々の可能性があります。可能性があります。and 恐れがあります。恐れがあります。可能性があります。and 恐れがあります。可能性があります means there's a possibility. And 恐れがあります also means there's possibility. And moving on to the next one. 何々だろう or でしょう。だろう。でしょう。だろう。でしょう。So だろう is the casual way and でしょう is more formal way. These two words show like 70 to 99.9% of certainty. And along with だろう and でしょう there's another expression はずだ何々のはずだ何々のはずですはずだはずです And here's a bonus tip from an Osakan person. There's a slang I would say that Osakan people use all the time. 知らんけど知らんけど知らんけど知らんけど basically means I don't know or I guess at the end of every sentence. So in Osaka we say blah 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 like you are certain, you're confident in what you're talking about, and at the last of the sentence we say 知らんけど to avoid any responsibility or to make everything kind of more soft, like softer and a little more vague or a little more, you know, uncertain, so that you're not saying that that's 100% sure, that's 100% correct. So to avoid any conflict, we say 知らんけど You know, for example, この映画めっちゃ面白いで知らんけど Oh, this movie is really interesting. Well, I guess if you're ever in Osaka or if you want to be a little funny, then you can use 知らんけど in certain situations. Alright, so that's it for today's video. And did you know all the differences and all the slight differences between all these uncertainty words, certainty words, or the words that show the certainty? You can combine these words with expressions to customize your certainty level in your speech. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment below. You can ask me like, would this work with this word? Would these combinations work in daily conversation situations or in formal situations? Or like, what would this combination make you feel like in terms of the certainty level? Any questions about this video? And also any requests and any questions about the Japanese language in general or anything about Japan. And if you like this video, please hit the like. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel Max's Japanese, please subscribe and also consider joining our memberships. See you in the next one. Bye.